A looming government shutdown is sharpening the debate over immigration and the DACA program. A CBS News poll out this morning shows most Americans would let young immigrants brought to the U.S. illegally as children stay in the U.S. The White House chief of staff says that President Trump's immigration views have, quote, evolved, and his campaign promises to crack down were, quote, uninformed. Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill, where the House will vote on a plan to keep the government running without DACA, without a DACA deal. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning. And what we are watching now, John, is whether Democrats make good on their threat to vote against government funding set to run out tomorrow night if there is no DACA deal. And in a candid moment, the Senate's top Republican told me he's trying to work something out, but that the president's lack of clarity isn't helping. DACA divisions are consuming Congress, even as leaders insist they all want the same thing.
We want to fix DACA.
We very much want to get a deal done on DACA.
We're all committed to getting to yes.
Small bipartisan groups have already gotten to yes in the House and Senate.
To me, it's a layup. You have a reasonable DACA solution with some border security.
But the president rejected one of those plans, calling it horrible. So congressional leaders are starting over. How is your agreement likely to be different from the deal that was already struck by a bipartisan group of senators?
I'm looking for something that President Trump supports. As soon as we figure out what he is for, then I would be convinced that we were not just spinning our wheels.
It appears that he wants $18 billion in border wall funding, plus an end to the diversity visa program, in exchange for giving legal status to DACA recipients.
What they want in return is continuously a moving target, and it continuously expands.
Democrats told White House Chief of Staff John Kelly in a closed-door meeting that's unrealistic.
Campaign to governing are two different things.
We will build a wall.
Kelly told them the president's campaign pledges about a border wall were not fully informed.
He's very definitely changed his attitude towards the DACA issue and even the wall.
With funding set to run out tomorrow night, Kelly expressed optimism in a GOP bill that would keep the government open for a few more weeks.
As I understand it, they have the votes and they're fairly confident.
Some have wondered how the president would react to his own chief of staff describing his campaign views as uninformed. Well, this morning we have our answer. Bright and early, the president tweeted, "The wall is the wall. It has never changed or evolved from the first day I conceived of it." Norah?
The president and his chief of staff appear to be at odds. Nancy Cordes, thank you so much.